Hey, you, it's me, the Visionary main. New update just dropped. New reinforcements are here. More importantly, I got my content creator role. Can't make a video about that last one, but I can make a video about reinforcements. Here's what they do.
The bed is a reinforcement that Visionites can interact with directly, healing their health and stamina rapidly while stunning them until they are fully healed. It costs $600 to place, while healing 6 HP and 8 stamina a second. It costs a total of 6,700 to max, and heals 20 HP and 25 stamina a second. A Visionite can leave the bed at any time, and is unable to see while sleeping. The bed primarily exists as an alternative to the heal tower, with the purpose being to preserve the lives of Visionites who have no access to healing of their own. It has potential synergy with the teleporter, as well as Visionites who can reach high places, in which it can be moved to safer locations away from the ground. You can place up to 4 beds, matching the 4 Visionites on the team. However, you should not put them all in one spot, expecting them all to be used at once, as this is impractical. They would see better use distributed in multiple safe locations, so that healing is available in multiple areas, if needed at all. In comparison to the heal tower, the bed requires much less maintenance and expense with a greater rate of healing, able to get people back in the fight quicker. However, it cannot heal people in active combat, though the heal tower was quite poor at sustaining any mid-combat damage to begin with, as a result of its pathetic healing rate. Overall, it is a solid replacement to the heal tower that puts much more effort into the Visionite's use of it, rather than the Visionary's upkeep and much higher investment. It would be wise of the Visionary to warn a sleeping Visionite of impending threats, as they cannot see while sleeping. On a bit of a different note, I've been hearing reports of people suddenly exploding when entering a bed as accountant. While I cannot confirm these rumors myself, they claim some sort of external entity is reacting to their sleep. Stay vigilant, folks.
Oh my god!
The Catapult is a bit of a strange addition to the offense repertoire. It's got part mortar blood, part fan blood, and part teleporter blood. Firing mechanics are, to say the least, jank. There should be some kind of aim indicator here, because sometimes aiming directly up from where you just fired will go lower than the previous shot. For its main use, it attacks with large boulders that have limited pierce and are affected by gravity, as well as physics RNG, which deal stunning and knockback and are the only part of the catapult that becomes stronger as it upgrades. It has a 15-second use cooldown at all levels. It costs $750 to place with 20 damage and 10 pierce, with a 2-second stun and 100 knockback power. It costs 8,800 to max, with 80 damage and 25 pierce, with a 3-second stun and 150 knockback power. Its secondary use is to fling players, teleporter part of its blood.
Crap, though, why does that?
Flinging players into battle is likewise plain impractical, as most classes are outright sabotaged by doing this and others just can't do anything with it. Uniquely from the teleporter, however, it is possible to fling a Visionite directly up, which can be useful for the paintballer, as this gives similar height to the super jump, using the ability and bomb at the same time. Using it as an escape is a theoretical option. However, the issue with this is that it takes effort from both parties to use it as such, and it's a direct conflict of interest between the two functions. While you'd be best to take more midline, maybe backline placement for the attack function, so that it would have more coverage, you could not save people or move them to significant areas if it's sitting far back, and you need to awkwardly place it right up in the front lines where it can't attack very well. The Catapult's attack also, in a way, acts as a direct upgrade to the fan, which isn't hard to do. Honestly thought this thing would just replace the fan, being honest. It deals much greater knockback, actual damage, is more reliable, yes, even with RNG, more reliable, and having an extended stun, which the fan doesn't have. Random side note, also bring the new firing mechanics to the fan. Fix one of its biggest issues, disregarding the fact that it's a purely knockback dealing reinforcement, which is inherently useless. It's pathetic range, it's pathetic angle, the fact that you just added a direct upgrade to it. But hey, baby steps, right? The bunker is a reinforcement that blocks enemies and projectiles, while players can enter uninhibited. It is a rectangular box with slots to fire through on all three of its horizontal faces. Has a limited amount of health, and when it dies, it downgrades by one level until it fully breaks at its final level. It has a placement limit of 1. It costs 400 to place and has 150 health at its base level. Takes an extortionate 6,000 to max, and it has a total of 2,250 health, including all layers at max level. I have nothing positive or interesting to say about this one. It's a complete waste of money, to such an extent that using it is worse than an empty slot. Fundamentally, it violates the reason reinforcements even exist. Reinforcements are in the game because Visionites aren't consistent. They're controlled by people. Visionites are, sometimes, powerful investments that have the heavy risk of people being stupid and dying, which loses money and harms the team. Reinforcements are dependable. They always do what they are supposed to do, every time, consistently. Which above all other factors, means it can't die with your investments, ever. A zapper doesn't break down after tanking too many projectiles, a battery doesn't downgrade if it stunts too many enemies, and sentries don't die after firing too many shots. That's the point. If a zapper can reliably cover large portions of, if not the full map, and still break projectiles with just a recharge, then why does Bunker's already weak tanking power in a small little hut that about 5 classes can attack through need to be balanced out by losing you money every time it tanks? It's a stupid reinforcement. It doesn't have its own niche. It has no reason to exist other than the fact that we needed a third reinforcement in the update for the defense category, which is the same reason Fan was added. If it goes unchanged, it'll suffer the same fate as Fan, being a worthless reinforcement that is worse than an empty slot, and almost throwing the game just to use. But hey, at least you can imprison bombers with it.